dreamers! Welcome back to Siyona Stories, where magical tales come alive. I see so many of you watching our wonderful adventures, but don't forget to press that special subscribe button to join our storytelling family. It helps us share even more magical stories with children everywhere. Now, let's begin today's enchanting tale. Once upon a sunny morning, when dewdrops sparkled like tiny diamonds on every blade of grass, there lived a clever fox with fur as red as autumn leaves. This fox was very smart, but sometimes he used his smarts in ways that weren't very nice at all. In the same magical forest, high up in the tallest oak tree, lived two best friends. There was a robin with her bright red chest that glowed like a sunset, and there was a nightingale with feathers as soft as moonbeams and a voice sweeter than honey. Every morning, the robin would wake up early and sing the most cheerful songs to welcome the sun. Tweet, tweet, trill, she would call, and all the flowers would turn their faces toward her beautiful music. And every evening, when the stars began to twinkle, the nightingale would sing the most gentle lullabies. Her voice was so lovely that even the grumpy old owls would stop hooting just to listen. The two friends loved to sing together, making the forest ring with the most wonderful music anyone had ever heard. All the animals would gather just to listen to their sweet songs. Now, the sly fox had been watching these singing birds for many days. He noticed something very special whenever the robin and nightingale sang together. Something magical happened. The berry bush of wishes, which grew right in the center of the forest, would shake its branches and drop the most delicious, sparkly berries anyone had ever tasted. These weren't ordinary berries. Oh no! These were special wish berries that tasted like birthday cake and sunshine all mixed together. And they only fell when the most beautiful music filled the air. The fox's tummy rumbled loudly. Grumble, grumble, growl. He wanted those magical berries more than anything in the whole wide world. But there was one big problem. The fox couldn't sing at all. When he tried to make music, it sounded like a roo bark, which was not beautiful at all. So the sneaky fox came up with a very tricky plan. One morning, he put on his most friendly smile and walked right up to where the robin was practicing her morning songs. "Oh, little robin," called the fox in his sweetest voice. "What a lovely singer you are. I heard you singing from way across the forest." The robin fluffed her feathers proudly. "Thank you, Mr. Fox. I do love to sing." The fox's eyes twinkled with mischief. "You know, little bird, I was just talking to all the animals in the forest, and they were wondering something very important." "What were they wondering?" asked the robin, tilting her little head. "Well," said the fox, leaning in close, They were wondering who is the best singer in the whole forest. Some animals think it might be you, with your bright morning songs. The robin's chest puffed up with pride. She had never thought about being the best singer before. Then the sneaky fox said, "But then again, some animals think the nightingale might be the best singer. With her lovely evening songs, the robin's happy feelings started to change. She felt a little worried and a little jealous. Do they really think the nightingale sings better than me? Oh, I don't know," said the fox, pretending to look very concerned. "Maybe you two should have a singing contest to find out who is truly the best." Later that day, the tricky fox found the nightingale resting on her favorite branch. "Hello, beautiful nightingale," he called up to her. "I have some news that might interest you." The nightingale flew down gracefully. "What news, Mr. Fox?" The fox put on his most serious face. "Well, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but the robin has been telling everyone that she is the best singer in the forest. She says her morning songs are much prettier than your evening songs." The nightingale's feelings were hurt. This didn't sound like something her friend would say, but the fox seemed so sure. "She really said that?" the nightingale asked sadly. "Oh yes," lied the fox. "And she's been bragging that if you two had a singing contest, she would win for sure. She said she would prove that robins are better singers than nightingales." The nightingale felt upset and confused. She and the robin had always been such good friends. The fox continued with his sneaky plan. "I think there should be a singing contest tomorrow at sunset, right by the berry bush of wishes. That way, everyone can hear both of you sing and decide who is truly the best. The winner should get all the magical berries that fall." Both birds agreed to the contest, but now they weren't speaking to each other. The robin practiced her songs alone, and the nightingale practiced her songs alone. The forest felt much quieter and sadder without their friendship songs. The next evening, as the sun began to set, all the forest animals gathered around the berry bush of wishes. There was a wise old bear, a playful squirrel, a thoughtful owl, and many, many more. They were all very excited to hear the singing contest, but they were also confused. Why weren't the robin and nightingale singing together like they always did? The sly fox stood in the middle of the circle, rubbing his paws together. "Welcome, everyone, to the great singing contest. The robin will sing first, then the nightingale will sing. The best singer will win all the magical berries." The robin flew to the top of the berry bush. She took a deep breath and sang the most beautiful morning song she had ever sung. "Tweet, trill, tweet, trill, tweet." Her voice was clear and bright like sunshine. A few berries fell from the bush, but not very many. Then the nightingale took her turn. She sang the most lovely evening song she had ever sung. Trill, coo, trill, coo, trill. Her voice was soft and sweet like starlight. A few more berries fell, but still not very many. All the animals clapped politely, but something felt wrong. The songs were beautiful, but they weren't magical like they used to be. The old wise owl, who was very thoughtful, spoke up. These songs are lovely, but where is the magic? Where is the friendship? You two always sing much more beautifully when you sing together. The little playful squirrel jumped up and down. Yes, we want to hear you sing together like you always do. That's when the most berries fall. The robin and nightingale looked at each other across the circle. Suddenly, they both felt very silly and very sad. "Dear nightingale," said the robin softly, "I never said I was better than you. You're my best friend, and I love your beautiful songs." "And sweet robin," said the nightingale, "I never thought I was better than you either. Your morning songs make me so happy." The two friends flew toward each other and hugged with their wings. "But then why did we think?" they both started to say, and then they looked right at the fox. The fox was trying to sneak away with his mouth wide open, ready to catch all the berries he thought would fall. "Mr. Fox," called the robin, "did you tell us things that weren't true?" The fox's face turned red under his fur. He had been caught. The wise old bear stood up tall. "Fox, did you try to trick our friends so you could get the berries for yourself?" The fox looked down at his paws. "Well, maybe, just a little." All the animals shook their heads. They were disappointed in the fox's sneaky behavior. But the